My name is Michael Landy and I'm the artist behind Project 24. I basically drew a drawing of the CBD district, and then I've drawn in some of my own figures. So I kind of like the idea of people wandering around in their own bubble, you know, having their own thoughts. You know, maybe they're late for work, maybe, you know, they've had a bad day, or maybe they've had a good day. And so it's just kind of, you know, it's just my own kind of take on central business district. And because I've walked around there quite a lot, so I kind of got to know. And obviously I've drawn it as well. So I've drawn in some of the shops, I've drawn in the streets. And basically we expanded it into, from my drawing, we basically made it into a huge jigsaw puzzle, which is like 13 metres by 11, which will be in Martin Place, and it's like 200 individual pieces, and each piece has a story. And basically, so when you get to Martin Place, you can kind of, you know, read the map basically. But then we also have 200 individual jigsaw puzzle pieces out in the CBD district. So some on Pitt Street, some on Macquarie Street. So you know, so basically you can kind of walk along on a trip, and you can kind of just discover these signs. But basically, what happened was that Kaldor Art Project, they sent me like all the pictures and took pictures of all the streets, and I basically, you know, so I drew out the map, but then I actually started to fill in some of the shops, you know, some of shopping centres, all sorts of different shops, and then I also have drawn in lots of figures as well, my own kind of take on Sydney, and so kind of personalised it in that way.
I guess the initial brief was taking a scan of the drawing done by Michael and cleaning it up and just matching it to a puzzle piece layout. Because of the resolution that we needed for the size, which is like 13 by 7, it turned out that the actual artwork was cut into 15 slices, so we had to assemble those slices and match them all up together. And from there we needed to take the finished artwork and chop it up into 200 sort of overlapping pieces, where each one would be matched up to a puzzle piece. Yeah, and it's as simple as that, pretty much.
Well, the initial brief was would like to print a jigsaw puzzle. Okay, this is a bit unusual, and haven't really done anything like this before, but when you think of a jigsaw puzzle, you think of something, you know, small, thin, easy for a child to put together, but this is just, you know, out of this world. This thing's huge. Can't wait to see it come together. We can then receive the files, and we've placed them in such a way that we can get the best efficiency out of the timber, and then we've started to print them.
Basically, the printing was done, the artwork was done from the artist, sent to CMP. After that, we got the files with corresponding panels, and we upload files to the machine and cut the individual puzzles to shape.
Stories were collected over a number of months, and we've literally could only use 200 stories because that's how many jigsaw puzzle pieces we have. But I think at the moment we've got about 600 stories. I mean, it's literally a public artwork because obviously the public have actually taken part in it. So without their stories, there would not be an artwork in that respect. And so it's always very hard to know what to expect from the stories. So, you know, like some stories are quite generic, people dropping stuff and finding things. My most favourite stories are the stories where people are kind of wrapped up in their own thoughts. Quite a lot of the time in Sydney, you hear people are having a bad day because it's raining, and somehow the rain, so they're maybe having a bad day already, but because of the rain, it kind of exacerbates it. But I've been in Sydney quite a bit, and it never rains. I kind of like the idea of it's just an encounter that that people are walking along and suddenly they'll see this odd jigsaw puzzle piece on a lamppost, and they'll want to read the story, and so I just kind of like the idea of it being life affirming, basically.